Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Live with Brink of Speed and Octane Hour. We are back, and Darren has joined us tonight.
I'm back to
Welcome
finish the
back.
summer off.
He's
right.
back, baby.
So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Looks like we already have quite a few people in here. Let's see. Yvonne, Tyrone, Seagarner Speed 252 is in the house.
Texas Clay. Clarence made him very famous with his
That's
last
right.
video.
Yep. Corey Graham, Tony, MGMP, Lego D17. So welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful week already. We are going to talk a lot about Carlisle. We're going to talk about Car Week. We're also going to discuss the main subject, which is Chevy dealers stuck with hundreds of Corvettes that they cannot sell. So we'll get into that. Randy Zussman is on. Welcome, Randy. Dr. Corvette. Wow, Dr. Corvette. That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry, Earl. I missed you, man. Missed you last week.
It was great seeing you in Carlisle, Earl. Keith French is on. They're rolling in. Awesome. All right. Let me pull up. Now, guys, if we lose connection, I know how to get it back quickly, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but you know how it's been lately. Right now, we have an excellent connection, so let's see what happens when I go to...
It's like clockwork. 15 minutes into it, it stops, and it's all
Yeah.
fine.
Let me get this pulled up. All right. We're going to go to desktop, and let's roll into it. So you guys know we are brought to you by the NCM Insurance Company. They are the best collectible car insurance out there. If you own a Corvette, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Porsche, any collectible car that you're willing to drive 6,000 miles or less a year, you have a garage to put it in, you have a second car as your daily driver, you would qualify for this type of insurance. And there'll be people in the comments that you'll see, they will put in there that they're saving anywhere from hundreds of dollars a year to thousands of dollars a year. And it's amazing. Their customer service is phenomenal. Go on here, go to get a quote, fill out their information. Make sure when you're on there to click on or to go to the comment section and put in their BOS 2025. That allows them to know that you came from Brink of Speed. They will send you back an email with a response to your get a quote, ask you a few more questions, fill those out, send those back, and then they will be calling you on the phone to go over your coverage and how much it'll be and everything. So amazing company. Like I said, they have phenomenal rates. And if you saw my live with Adam in Carlisle, Adam Boca and I, he stated that there are some people calling in saying, hey, my rates went up quite a bit. And they're able on a lot of those cases to get them switched. They work with like 3 or 4 different companies.
I was one of those people.
Yeah.
I didn't actually call them. They proactively called me.
That's even better.
Yeah, even better. And it was probably, it was like $500 or $600 for the year. So, I mean, it wasn't insubstantial.
Right.
It was real money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real money.
I mean, I wasn't going to say no.
Right. So, yeah, they'll get you switched to one of their other carriers, which will save you, whatever it saves you over what maybe that increase might have been. So, all right. The stream says it's excellent still. We made
Good deal.
Yeah, it's...
We made it.
Hey!
Yes. I love it. All right. Uh-oh. It went from excellent to good, but that's still good. As long as it stays above 0, then we're good to go. So let's move on to one more thing real quick before we start talking about Carlisle. And that is, you guys are seeing me wear a new shirt right now, but can you guys actually let me turn that off?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, cool.
You need to mention those hats, too. Those hats are really cool. I haven't even seen that one in the center. I like that one.
The silver one?
Yeah, I like that.
It's a good hat.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, let's see if it goes to the second camera. Yeah. Right now, this is the brand new shirt, guys. It's the Corvette Zora shirt, 1,500 horsepower with a question mark. So the Zora, it's definitely coming. The horsepower is somewhere between 14 to 1,500 is what we're hearing. When I showed this to Devin at Carlisle, she had a good laugh over it, but she didn't deny it. And when I told her that a couple years from now, we'll be standing in the GM tent and I'll point to the Zora and say, see, I told you so, she laughed and said, yeah, well, you might.
Well, she also laughed that you were talking about, let's see, get it like 20 people, all with shirts are just surrounded, like, hey, we got questions.
Exactly. So anyway, if you're interested in the shirt, go to my website. It's right here. Click on it. You can get any size up to 4XL, I believe. So they are available for purchase now. Just wanted to make you aware of that. So, all right. Now, before we get to Carlisle, I'm going to talk about my week that I had, which was absolutely amazing it wasn't a whole week, but the time that I spent in California for Monterey Car Week. It was awesome because I met quite a few fans out there for what it was. I didn't really expect to meet too many people out there that knew who I was. So to meet the fans that I met was really great. It was cool to see people that were like-minded. They're Corvette enthusiasts out there, not just to see like the Quail event, but also just all manufacturers. And Darren has told me this many times. If you ever get to go to Monterey Car Week, you're going to see multiples of things you never thought you would see. And it's crazy. I walked in the Quail, and there were like 15 Ferrari F50s right at the entrance of the Quail.
But that was going to be a question I was going to ask you. Forget about the Quail show. Just
sure.
Cruising around. I mean, the cars on the roads are amazing.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
But was there one that you saw like, wow, I've never, ever in my wildest dreams that I would see this car on the road?
I did see one car on the road that was like that, and it was, I don't remember the name of it right now. I'll have to get back to you guys on that because it's a name that you're not going to really remember because it only really made history or supposedly made history about a year ago. It supposedly hit like 315 miles an hour.
Is that the one's got the really sharp angles in the back?
Yeah.
Starts with an R, not the...
And the crazy thing is we were leaving the Quail. I was with Speed Phenom, and it started to catch on fire.
Really?
Yeah, in the rear because it was sitting in traffic. Oof. And they say those super high horsepower, big V12s. I think it had a V12 in it. Cars are prone to overheat, and like I didn't see any flames, but there was quite a bit of smoke coming up from the rear of it. So we were pretty concerned that it might catch on fire. But then you look on YouTube, and a couple days after that happened, Vehicle Virgins actually did a video on it. So it must have not caught fire and burned up because he was able to do a video with it. But that's probably the one car that I saw that I probably never thought I would see as far as out on the road. The other thing that was really impressive out on the road is I stopped by Laguna Seca on my way out.
Yeah.
And as I was leaving Laguna Seca, there were like 15 Koenigsegg's coming to Laguna Seca.
Did you spend any time at Laguna Seca?
No, I didn't get to because it's a long
too
story.
Bad because next time when you go, the parking there, they park all the manufacturers to speak Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini. So those Koenigsegg's, I bet they were all parked right in the same spot.
It was a Koenigsegg day at Laguna Seca. So they were trying to hit a track record that day with their brand new, whatever it's called. I don't even know what it is.
Did you see the Hennessy car at Quail? Did you get up close
I did. I didn't get up super close to it. So when I got to the Quail, I would just say this. I got in by the skin of my teeth. Okay.
We should tell people it's not cheap to get in that.
No, it's $1,500. And you can't go last minute. Like this trip was last minute. So it was like good luck getting in, Mike, but you might be able to get in, is what I was told by a couple of people. So, yes, I did get in. I got in by the skin of my teeth, like I said, and a couple of my subscribers were very instrumental in getting me in. But they made it happen. So that was amazing. But when I got in, it was so late that I was on a time crunch to get all the things that I needed to get. So I wasn't able to enjoy the Quail the way that everybody else was able to enjoy it. They had amazing food there. I didn't get any of it.
And that's part of getting in. You don't pay for it, right?
Yeah, you don't pay
Drinks
for anything.
And food is covered.
I didn't get to experience any of that because I was literally working my butt off the moment I got in the Quail. So next year it'll be different. I'm going to do everything I can to get press passes for next year so that I don't have to worry about any of the stuff, any of the giant ticket prices. And the cool thing is they actually have a press room. Mm-hmm. So my good friend Austin got me into the press room so I could edit a video. And they have Wi-Fi in there, and they have snacks in there, and all the big YouTubers are in there. So I saw, a few big YouTubers while I was in there. But it'll be nice if I can get back next year and actually get in that event right when it opens, which is I think 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So, but driving around, it was the coolest experience I've ever had. I'll wrap this up soon, but not only are you seeing these beautiful sights of the ocean and Pebble Beach and enormous houses with like 3 or 4 Ferraris parked in front of them, but you're also seeing these cars that are like $30 million that people are willing to drive all over that whole area and go on like 75-mile one way, 75-mile on the way back, rallies. And it's incredible. I mean, the SP3 Ferrari that I saw there, I didn't even know what that was.
Oh, really?
I had to ask someone, what is this? I've never even seen it on magazines. I've never seen it on YouTube. And apparently that car's like a $15 to $20 million car from Ferrari. It's that rare. I just saw on some news thing that somebody was bidding on an SP3.
Yeah, it went for $25 million. But it was a one of one. It was a special situation. But it's
just crazy to me that I knew nothing about that car, and all of a sudden I'm at the Quail, outside of the Quail, and it's sitting
there. It is, right in front of you,
just on the grass.
The SP3, that's the one that looks like the new SF90, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. No, it's actually more, to me, closer looking to the new F80.
That's what I mean. Sorry. F80. Yeah.
The Tributo?
Yeah.
So, anyway, it was just incredible. And Larry Anthony, I don't know if he's on, but seriously, guys, he's amazing. He made all this stuff happen last minute, like I said. He took me around. He was gracious, an amazing host. He made sure that I saw the best of the best stuff. So I can't thank him enough. Same with Speed Phenom. He tried to make my time there as cool as it could possibly be. We had a blast together. And then also Bandito was there, So it was cool to see him and his wife. Jose, for those of you that don't know, I don't know if he's on either, but
Bandito.
It was awesome. We hung out for a few hours one night, and it was great. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing is Carlisle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, before you go to Carlisle, I got one question for you.
Ahead.
Did you notice, because I saw other videos of people talking about it, it's a lot different since many years ago when I went several times. How were the cops there in Monterey? Were they being jerks?
Let me tell you.
Because I saw a lot of stuff, and I was like, man, they are not being very friendly to anyone.
So this is funny that you asked me this, because right when we got there, Larry took me downtown Monterey. Okay.
Now, was that walking distance from where you guys were?
Yeah,
Okay.
So we just walked.
Right.
And he pointed out this electric bike cop. And he's like, see that guy right there? I said, yeah. He's like, he's a you-know-what. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, for years and years, he's been the hate of this town. Everybody hates him because he goes after people for the stupidest, smallest little things.
Right.
No other cops do.
Right.
He's the only one. So then, I don't know if you remember, but my thumbnail of my very first video is that chameleon color C5 that has the big wing on it. The owner of that car pointed that cop out to me. And he goes, see that guy? He's an a-hole. And I was like,
what do you do?
I go, I've heard. He's like, dude, I just tried to talk to him. Like, I just tried to have a conversation. Hey, man, I'm new to, Monterey. I've never been here. And he's like, do I know you? And he's like, no, I'm brand new here. I'm just trying to learn, like, my ways. He's like, well, don't let me catch you doing this, that, and the other. And he's like threatening me, like, right away. He's like, oh, my gosh, what is going on? So everybody that I talked to out there said the same thing about that one cop. And we watched him pull over people after people after people.
I mean, I saw them even in Carmel. They're giving tickets about guys that were parked too far away from the curb.
Oh, my God.
And not even, I mean, because there's some ordinance, like more than 13 inches. And I mean, you've got multi-million-dollar cars. You're trying to be extra careful.
Yeah,
and
of
those
course.
streets are basically shut down.
Right.
So you would think they would just be like, whatever. But it didn't sure seem like that.
And again, being a former member of law enforcement, you want to kill your community relations. Yeah, go ahead, have cops like that on your street. And you wonder why everybody gets pissed off.
They say
and it ruins it for the others. Well, it sounds like an NCOIC there needs to put that guy in his place and maybe put him on a different duty.
Well, that event, like when I used to go to it years ago, it's totally changed. I mean, not changed. It's just blown up.
Are you being serious, Doug?
Yeah.
Richard Crane.
But the cool thing about Monterey Car Week,
that's hilarious.
I mean, arguably that is like the premier, biggest and best event in the world every year. That week right there.
It really is.
I mean, what's better than that?
Nothing. Nothing is better. It opened my eyes. You have always told me, so has everyone else that I've ever known that has gone to that car event. And it makes me want to go back every single year.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Even though it's not like, hugely Corvette related, it doesn't matter. I'm an all-around car guy, and to see all of the cars, I mean, it's unbelievable. You drive to a grocery store, and there's millions of dollars of cars sitting in the parking lot of that grocery store. There's millions of dollars of cars everywhere you go.
I remember one of the first years I went, this is 15 plus years ago. It was outside of Monterey. Drawing a blank on the town now. Gilroy.
Uh-huh.
So it's probably, it's not super close. It's close, like maybe 30, 40 minutes away. There was 3 Enzos in a Denny's parking lot. Like they're eating at Denny's in their Enzo. Like where would you ever see that, right?
That's one car I didn't see there.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see any Enzos. But here's the thing that I was going to tell you guys. I didn't get around the way that I would have liked and hoped to have gotten around. I had my own rental car. It had nothing to do with that. It was I was on more of a time constraint because I had last minute got my ticket out there. There were some events that Larry wanted to take me to. There were some events that I wanted to see while he was at events. I wanted to do some editing. So that I had a lot of things on my plate. Next year, I plan to go for an extra 2 to 3 days.
Before.
Well, just total in time.
Yeah.
So that I can really get to some great spots. The one spot that I never got to get to was actually on Highway 1 where they do a lot of the drives. And you can pull off on certain parts of it and car spot. And
that's between Carmel and Monterey, 17-mile drive.
It's not 17-mile drive. It's the Highway 1 right on the coast.
Yeah.
17-mile drive was cool, but you couldn't really pull off.
Yeah,
and you can't pull off like that. Yeah. There's houses on both sides. Yeah. So, anyway, it was great. Number one, Jim Release said hi to you.
Oh, hey, what's up, Greg?
And Poopy One is on.
Oh, always love the Poopy One.
Yeah, and everybody else that's joined, shout out
Absolutely.
Keith French, Doug Hooks here. Everybody, seriously.
Yeah.
Cool. Butch Winslow.
Yeah.
How you guys?
Butch has, I'm not going to say the amount because I don't know if he wants me to tell everybody, but he has several thousand tickets to one of the ZR1 giveaways. So he has a good shot of winning because let's just put it this way.
He's cornered the market.
Let's just put it this way. This will tell you how much more he has than his last win. So for the Sprint Car Hall of Fame car that he won, he had 4,600 tickets.
Yeah.
He has way more than that. Way more than that for the ZR1. So I think he might be winning a ZR1.
Wow.
We'll see.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I hope he wins it. He bought some from my site, so hopefully your winning ticket is from Brink of Speed. Which, by the way, it was like 2 or 3 giveaways ago from Dream Car Giveaway. They gave away, you guys might remember this, they gave away an E-Ray and a C7 Z06. The guy who won those reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He won them both. He sold the C7 Z06 right off the bat and kept the E-Ray.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was cool. That just goes to show you that these winners are real winners. They're not fake. They really do have winners to these giveaways.
And the Chip Miller one is coming up soon.
Yeah, the Chip Miller and the MS Solutions are both ending this month. So, but let's get to Carlisle. Carlisle was absolutely amazing as usual. Thank you to everyone who came up, introduced themselves, shook our hands, told us how much they loved, meeting us, watching our channel. As usual.
Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry. I apologize,
no
folks.
Worries. As usual, Carlisle did not disappoint, especially meeting you guys, but also the cars that we got to see while we were there. We were missing one person, though, and that's
I didn't make it this year.
But Mark was there, Clarence was there, Robert was there, Jose from Wheel Designers was there with a crew, and just had a blast. So for all of you who came out, shook our hands, said hello, bought merch, thank you so much for doing so. It was a blast as usual.
I just took one, Chris. I apologize. Yeah, I caught the post-Carlisle throat crud, so I apologize.
I actually was fighting that at Carlisle.
No, it's my turn when I got home. But, hey, no, Carlisle, it went by too fast. It was so much fun. And I saw an earlier comment that we didn't get to meet up. That happens. There was so busy there. People running around. I was trying to find neighbor Rich. I never found him. I ran in the Rick once when he came by.
Oh, I know. Yeah. We saw Bieber from Whitmoyer one time.
Yep.
Street Speed's car was there, which was cool.
The Fab Speed 10. I got to shoot the stuff with the Fab Speed
Yeah,
guys. Those guys were cool.
Yeah,
Seriously. Shout out Fab Speed. Right, nice.
Yeah, very cool guys. It was cool seeing the 2026 interiors. It was really cool seeing the green ZR1X. Now, I still have a theory. You guys might think I'm crazy, but I think we went to the bash. We saw that green little frog. We pulled it out in the sun. We told GM how much we didn't really like the look of it too much, especially in the shade. And they said, all right, let's go back to the drawing board and give them a different color. Because I'm telling you right now, when we saw that green ZR1X under the tent Wednesday with it was kind of raining. There was not much light on it. It looked amazing with no light. Then we saw it in the sun, and you guys saw my video of it in the sun. It's phenomenal looking.
Yeah, they did a great job on that green. That
I
green
showed
was excellent.
I've shown quite a few people since I've gotten back that car in the sun, and they're like, holy cow, that Chevy did a phenomenal job with that color.
Yeah.
So
what they're going to have to do at the bash when they bring out the new colors, they should have painted a ZR1 hood, the whole hood.
They should have just brought out the color.
Or the whole car.
Yeah.
But at least do a hood, especially with different lines, so you can see it to get a real good idea. Because on larger surface areas, it's going to look different. Plus, maybe they buffed it out, and that got rid of some of the...
I don't know.
I think it might have been that color was, they were still probably working the formula, and they just sent out like one of the
one of the first ones.
Yeah, one of the first ones.
Could be.
Because the one you showed, it didn't look like it had any of that pearlescent that it had, that I don't...
What are you talking about?
The little car? Yeah, the little car.
It did have pearlescent, and when they brought it out in the sun, you could see it.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I mean, it was very flaky. It had like golds in it.
Oh, okay.
So it definitely had it at the bash, but I didn't like the way it looked out in the sun.
Okay.
It looked still too brownish because of that gold flake.
Mm.
And that's what everybody said. They were like, it's looking kind of brown because of the gold flake in the sun. And then obviously underneath the shade, it didn't look good. I don't know if Blogger's on here or not, but Keith got some pictures at the plant of it in the shade, and it didn't look good. Under the LED lights, it looked good, but in the shade, it didn't. But then we get to Carlisle, and under the shade, it looked amazing.
Thought the Corvette didn't like the green.
Yeah, I see that.
What was your takeaway from it? Would you seriously consider it?
I would. Yeah, I would seriously consider it because it really does look closer to a Lambo green than it ever did before. Especially in this, I mean, in the sun, it definitely looks Lambo green. I sent it to Yaniv, who now owns a Lambo green Lambo, and he was like, wow, that's exotic. That's amazing. So,
especially if you did some body color accents on it, would really make it pop, probably.
yeah, instead of the carbon flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That would look good.
I haven't seen it in person, so I can't make up my mind, but I will say in the sun, it definitely looked a lot better.
Yeah. So when I did the first video on Wednesday, you didn't think it looked better?
Under the tent?
Uh-huh. What was your thoughts on that?
No, I did. I just know like different lighting conditions and different cameras, so it's really hard to trust what you're seeing. Plus, people edit stuff, so
Right. So the other cool thing that we got to see while at Carlisle was the new interiors. The tech stuff is cool and everything, but I was really there to see the different colors, and it was nice to see that brand new blue. It's called
Tension?
No. It's on the tip of my
Not Twilight.
No. God, why can't I?
What was that new blue, folks? I forget
They'll
too.
tell us.
I can't remember either. But it looked good. They did.
What is that blue called? I can't even think now. But it
Yeah.
looked good, especially in the silver car. You know, the silver E-Ray that it was
Yes,
in.
yeah, that E-Ray they had, that was a great combo.
Plus, we got to
Santorini.
see... Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a slightly darker version of the diamond blue from the 60th anniversary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
what it kind of reminded me of. It wasn't exactly the same, but it was close.
Yeah. And then we got to see the Ultimate Suede package, which was in that green ZR1X under the tent. So that was cool to see.
What did you think of that? Like, because I don't remember exactly what you showed in the video.
Oh,
it was the front area.
It's great. It's just like the 70th.
Just like
It's
it.
everywhere.
The whole. Front
The only
dash.
reason why it wasn't on the dash is because it was the level 2 carbon fiber. But if that wasn't there, it would have been all over that as well. It was on the
Do we know? Have they talked? I don't remember.
price.
Price.
We do. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. But that's a nice ad. And then the very dark. Now I can't even think of what that's called. That was in Tony.
The one Dr. Corvette just let us know what he was saying about it. It's very similar to Brownstone.
Yes. So that was in the green ZR1X that Tony Roma was driving.
Right.
And he was gracious enough to let me film that.
With some exercise.
What's
your call.
What's Dr. Corvette talking about the brown interior?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They got a new one.
It's called Very Dark.
Did you show that in the video?
Yeah, in Tony Roma's car.
Was it
Remember
near a commercial? I
ran
must have
back
skipped
down?
over. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was at the very end of that.
Oh, in Tony Roma's car?
Yeah, yeah.
It was in his car.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Remember I was out of breath?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was in that car.
Huh.
Yeah,
Have to
he
go back
called
and-
me and he was like, atmosphere, very dark atmosphere. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, so I ran back down there. I was literally back up by the GM tent. I ran all the way back down, and it's actually up and then down. So I was very out of breath, but that was great to see.
Did you like it?
I love it.
See, it goes
think
back.
it doesn't go good with
I was going to say
green.
kudos to GM this year because they actually had some of the new stuff under the tent. Because last year, some of the colors and everything they
Yeah,
didn't
but
have.
you know what they were missing? They didn't show the new 3-stanchion wing from the The E-Ray. And I actually asked Tony Roma.
Which one? The mid one?
No, it's the brand new high wing. Remember, E-Ray had no high wing. Now,
Right.
Now it has a high wing.
But it doesn't look like the Z06. It's like a mid.
No, it's pretty
It's like
high.
no, it's a 3-point contact. It's a 1, 2.
Right,
One
it's
in
only-
the middle and spoke
it's-
in the middle, spoke on the sides.
But I would
Really?
say it's almost as big as the
But
Z06.
a 3-post, not a 4-post?
3.
On an E-Ray?
Yep.
Was there any driving around?
No, they didn't bring any. Tony Romo said that was a mistake they made not bringing them. The other mistake they made is they didn't bring in under the tent a car with the electrochromatic roof on it and show how it worked.
Yeah.
They had one out in the field. But
See, they always do that. They did last year. It was even worse. But
Yeah.
at least you got to see a couple things of that new interior.
Nobody cared about the cutaway car.
No.
Like,
That was the
get
same,
that-
basically the same one from
Yeah,
last
get
year.
the cutaway car out of there and give us those two more options. So that, I mean, the E-Ray that they brought should have had the 3-stanchion wing on it. They should have had it on there.
Yeah.
And then they could have put the electrochromatic roof and demonstrated how it worked.
Right. That could be a big deal for a
That's
lot
a
of people.
big deal.
Yeah.
It's a $3,000 roof. You know, you want to make sure you really like what it's capable of before you buy it. But anyway, that was a couple of mistakes I think they made.
He mentioned no illuminated badge. Is that I forget? Is that
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. They
Yeah.
didn't show that either. They didn't show that. I mean, from my understanding, if the GM engineers had it their way, all of that stuff would show up there. But the corporate people who set that stuff up kind of just
They don't pay them.
they don't pay attention to stuff like that. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the other thing that was cool is they did have the new interior, which is called Sky Cool Gray with the medium ash gray. That is beautiful. It's what's in the Quail edition.
with the orange stitching. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
And
so
from what
beautiful.
I've seen,
Very pretty
you can
color.
only get it with the habanero orange stitching. You can't do
Correct.
red, which is kind of. They maybe should have offered red.
More stitching?
Yeah.
It would have been nice.
I
Maybe
mean, I think it looks great. I would do that, but
maybe
for
with
certain,
maybe a blue stitching would
or
have been
red
an option. Yeah,
blue, or yellow. Well, I don't know if yellow. Maybe. I mean, really, almost any color.
Either way,
But it does look good, though.
it looks absolutely phenomenal, especially on that Sebring orange Z06 that they had sitting in there.
But that's an any color car you could put that on.
pretty much.
I think so. I don't know what you would.
I don't think green. I don't know if it would match. It wouldn't match red either.
Red would work. Yeah.
Red and orange?
Yeah. Well, no. Sorry. You're right. That's the whole point because of the stitching. I'm just. I was thinking more
Oh,
of
if it didn't have the stitching.
the combination.
Yeah,
of the,
yeah. Of course.
No,
Sure.
you're right. You're right. But I do like that new blue interior and how they did that. That looked really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does. So we got to see all the brand new interiors, which was good. And we got to see the electrochromatic roof just not function. We just didn't get to see
Which I had a mixed. I guess I didn't like that as much seeing it on your video than I thought I would. It seemed kind of small.
It's small, I agree.
But
It is
again,
small.
that would have been a great opportunity if you could sit in the car and look up
Right.
and really see
Yeah.
what that was like.
Right. By the way, guys, before I forget, I have a video coming out either tomorrow or Friday that you're really going to like. I'll just put it this way. I drove a 2026 Stingray, and I give you my thoughts on everything new. So you guys are going to love that. I think you will. Hopefully it'll help you be able to make a decision on whether you buy a 25 right now because it's on the lot or you wait on a 26. But all right, up next, I want to thank Lance Miller enormously for taking us on a private tour of his garage. If you haven't seen that video yet, I just put it out yesterday. It's on the channel. It was probably one of the funnest videos that I've ever done. Robert was in it.
Oh my goodness.
Neighbor Mark was in it.
Clarence.
Clarence was in it. And then we had, that's it, right? Then
Yeah,
Lance.
and Lance himself. Yeah.
So we all had a blast together. Lance he's so cool. He's so laid back, easy to talk to. He'll answer any question you have about the car. He'll be very honest about it. Like, when I asked him about the Cobra, if he had been invited out to do laps, for like a vintage type racing thing, he was like, "Oh, I would never do that."
Right.
He's like, no way, this car's low mileage. And I understand because it's probably a couple $1 million car sitting there. It's a 64 original 289 Cobra.
Yeah, that very well could be a $5 million car.
It could be a $5 million
That's one of those
car.
you can't even put a price on.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly.
I mean, at an auction, whoever really wants that car, and there's a lot of guys that are Shelby collectors.
Right.
Where else are you going to buy that?
And his dad bought it in the late 70s. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
amazing. And the condition and the everything about it. It's irreplaceable.
It is. So it was just so awesome.
And I liked what he said about the new Ford GT. He's like, I didn't even like it.
Exactly.
I got rid of it.
Because of the V6.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't like it.
But that's what I was telling you earlier when we were eating dinner. His cars, the things that make his collection so good is he, like every single car he loves, right? It's not just because, like a lot of these guys that have the big collections, they have cars because they feel like they need that car in their collection to fit into the collectible car type guy. Like, no, not him. His cars, every one of those cars meant something to him, and he knew the story. And he was honest, like the new Ford GT's, like, I had one, didn't like it, I got rid of it. Wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
So
now he has 3 old ones.
Right, and they're badass, all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has that 63 coupe from his dad. Like, his dad bought that so long ago from these people in California. Oh, yeah. That was an awesome story. He had a story for pretty much every car. That yellow ZR1 that you talked about.
Oh, yeah. 95 ZR1.
He got that brand new. That was his graduation present.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah. He's had that from day one.
Did he have many driven it much?
I loved it.
I don't remember if we asked him about how many miles were on it.
No, I didn't think
we
to
didn't
ask
him. Yeah.
I know that I did look closely at it. Did not have the original tire still on it for sure. I do know that. But that should just be by sheer age.
Did he say? Does he have anyone that like helps him care for those cars? Do you know? Like,
I'm sure he has to.
Because it's immaculate. The cars in the garage.
Everything's immaculate.
Well, I love his custom setup. Like those, he had barriers to prevent leaks and stuff. I mean, that was all custom. That was cool.
Yeah, no. It was very thoughtful the way that garage was organized.
And the wall full of pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And some of those pictures are hard to find. Like, he had a couple C4 ZR1 pictures. I was like, I've been looking for those, and I can't. I'm like, there they are.
Yeah, he's got an amazing setup. It's definitely a dream car garage. And, you can compare it to, like, these giant garages that have hundreds of cars in them. But, honestly, that's not even what I would ever want. Like, his garage...
You want cars that
is perfect.
Right, that you want and you're going to drive or enjoy, not just because you can.
Right.
And I like the variety of his cars as far as years. Too many people now, especially you see these guys, they're getting all new exotics, right? Just bam, bam. Exactly. I mean, anyone can do that. Like his, like I said, there's stories behind all of them. Some of those cars he had to work for, meaning chase them for years.
Exactly.
Because they're so rare, he had to wait for them to come up. He probably was begging those people for years. Hey, when you're ready, you're ready.
Yep.
And a lot of people can relate to that. I mean, I had that happen with my older 93. You wait and you get that phone call and you're like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I did tell him I was going to buy it, so I guess I'm buying it.
I'm buying it. Exactly.
Chris Kurtz about my shirt again. Chris, I was wondering, I'd be walking around a Carlisle, I'm gonna like, oh yeah, what was that guy's name? He's gonna be like, oh, how much for that shirt? I'm like, you take my shirt? And yeah, it was very fitting, especially, with that 95 and that Carlisle Blue 2012 ZR1 sitting in there. Oh, my God.
They only made 11 of those Carlisle Blues. So beautiful.
The ultimate Carlisle car.
Yeah, the ultimate car.
And again, the one that surprised me is he had that beautiful Twilight Blue design package Stingray there. Yeah. And that's my favorite Stingray. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Does he have any new C8 stuff?
He did not have any C8s in there, no.
Z06.
Now, he has owned a Z06, he said. He loved it. And then he's looking to get into a ZR1. So, but those aren't collectibles for him. Those are just, having fun. And, so.
Well, you might swap it out eventually.
Yeah.
You give it time, eventually he'll probably, one of the cars will get swapped out, and then one of those ZR1s will go up in there.
Yep. All right, we are running out of time here, so we got to move along. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to Vet Pocket Guide. If you guys haven't seen the stuff about Vet Pocket Guide, it's a no-brainer. It's an app. It replaces the Black Book. Mike Antonick, that created the Black Book, was at Carlisle. We met him. I did a live video with him. He's an amazing guy. There's links in the description below to download the Vet Pocket Guide app. If you're an Android user, it's coming to Android very soon. Probably within this month, it'll be out for Android. So just hold your horses if you're waiting for that. But the next thing, real quick, that I'll go over, I cannot pass this up because, guys, it's a big deal. And let me just get to it real quick. But the Dream Car giveaway right now has a couple more vets it's giving away, and they're doing 5 times entries right now. So I had to show you guys this 5 times entries. Let me just, I thought I had it pulled up already, but I guess I don't. Let me get to it real quick and pull it up.
Did you know that you can have permanent
All right.
Oh, your friend bought that red ZR1? Yeah. No, that was so awesome. And
Okay.
God, it worked out perfectly for us. And I know it's going to get shipped to him soon enough. That's so cool.
All right, so these are the 2 cars. One is a 64 convertible, and the other is a 25 Z06. So 2 absolutely gorgeous cars. And guys, you're getting 5X entries right now. So click on the link that's in the description below. Buy, you have to buy at least $25 worth of tickets to get those 5X entries. But if you don't want the 5X entries, you can get $10 tickets and $3 tickets. But like I said, buy any of these tickets, fill out the information, and you're entered to win both of those cars. And you get a lot of tickets for your money. So wanted to go over that real quickly. All right.
I am not giving up my shirt, Chris.
Oh, Joe Lamb is
yeah.
on. Awesome.
And look at
What?
Corvette Blogger.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Welcome, Keith.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and get to the main subject. And that is that Chevy dealers are stuck with a lot of cars on their lots. And I experienced it firsthand yesterday. That's why I really wanted to address this. So you guys know I haven't done a video about the stop sale of ZR1 Z06 yet. And it was because I was so busy in Carlisle, I really didn't have time to stop and kind of do what I probably should have done, which was, a very informational video about that. But it kind of didn't really hit me until I got to the dealership yesterday. And I saw all these Z06s. And then my salesman said, and see all our Z06s, we can't sell them. And I'm like, you never think that you walk to a dealership, walk up on a dealership, you see all these Corvettes, and they're not allowed to sell them. So that was the first thing that was kind of shocking. It really did shock me. It was like, man, how many other dealerships are out there that these, they're having customers walk up and say, I'd like to buy this Z06, and they can't buy it. They say, well, we can't sell it to you because we have this stop sale right now. So that was the first thing. The second thing is that they had a bunch of E-Rays, and we'll get into that in a minute, but they also can't sell those, not because of a stop sale, but because of the fact that they are E-Rays, and there's not really much interest in them right now. So like I said, we'll get to that. We'll discuss maybe why that is, maybe why it's not, whatever. But it was just crazy to see. I think they have 8 Z06s at Classic Chevrolet right now. 8 of them. And they're just sitting there, and that's a lot of money. They're all like $130,000 to $140,000 Z06s.
Do you think, have they just stopped shipping them from Bowling Green? Like,
Yeah,
you
they've
had one,
stopped.
so they won't ship any more of them. And
They
if they're
won't.
on the lot, they're non-saleable.
Correct. That is 100% correct. And
Did they give you any time frame?
they did not. If you look at Corvette Blogger's article, he tells you how many.
But yeah,
Right here. So it says just a month ago, Z06 models made up about 45% total nation inventory, approximately 1,592 examples available on the lot. And there was 1,438. Let's see. 1 month later, there are 0 Z06s listed to due to the stop sale. And now there's a total of 1,438 cars on the lot. 800 are E-Rays, 638 are Stingrays. So there should be around 1,500 Z06s probably sitting on however many dealership lots there are in the nation combined that can't be sold. Plus there's 800 E-Rays that they're having a hard time selling.
Well, and the ZR1, if you did have one, you don't have one, you're not going to get it.
Well, I have a story about that too. And I want your guys' opinion on this. And I'll tell it as quickly as I can, but I got an email today from a distressed ZR1 buyer. I'm not going to name the dealership because I don't feel like it would be right for me to talk about this dealership yet. But this gentleman bought this ZR1 for $325,000. He paid $100,000 over. On the 21st, about 4 hours before the stop sale hit, okay? He paid for it. He went through finance. All they had to do was put it through...
the title or the registration.
No, he went through all that.
So he owns it.
He owns it.
He owns it.
It's his car. However, he left to go let the dogs out while they were finishing cleaning it up and getting it ready for him. While he was gone, he got a phone call from his salesman saying, we can't sell you this car now. It's still your car, but we have to keep it until the stop sale is over and we fix it. And he says, BS, I bought it before the stop sale happened. They should let me take this car home.
I guess in their mind, and maybe this is a technicality, he never took delivery because it never left the lot, right?
Right.
But, yeah.
What do you think?
Well, you wouldn't be happy.
No, you wouldn't be happy at all. But does he
he's-
have a right to go there and get that car and say, no, this is my car?
Yeah, but then he's going to around the corner, fill it up, it's going to catch on fire, and then it's going to be their fault. So it's like...
Right.
But when you look at it that way, though, here's the thing. 3 or 4 cars out of 25,000 Z06s have caught fire. It's a
I know, it's
user
stupid.
error.
Exactly.
It's a... And it's not... Yes, it is a problem. If you read the articles, you will quickly see that there is a space on that left side where the extra heat exchanger is. And when that thing gets hot and gas dribbles down there from you, like maybe overfilling or not tapping it'll start a fire. So that is a problem. However, most people don't do that. Most people, as soon as it clicks, they're done. They tap it.
Yeah. But you know what's probably happening? And I'm not saying I've come closer to this, but when you're trying to top it off, overfill it, you're pulling it out, and you can see there's gas coming out. What are guys going to do? They're going to kind of stop and hold it because they don't want paint to come out on the paint, on the paint. And that's probably actually working against them because now it's...
Could be.
So...
Could be.
I'm going to tell you right now, haven't done this quite a while. C6, C7, C8, do not top off. As soon as it clicks, pull it out, and you're done. Do not top off.
Well, they say that with any car that does not have a gas cap.
Yeah.
Any car that does not have a gas cap, you're supposed to take it out as soon as it clicks. I've gotten away with not doing that on some cars, but most cars that don't have gas caps, I've always just let it, as soon as the gas pump shuts off, I take it out and I'm done. Doug Hooks makes a good point. He says one person craps his pants and we all have to wear diapers. That's true.
It's just all the whole fear of everybody suing everybody and everything.
It is.
With that. But it is. I mean, look, I have one sitting in my garage. Am I worried about it? Not at all.
Right.
That's the last thing I even. Yeah. Everyone kept saying, "Are you worried about the recall?" People were texting what happened. I'm like, I don't even.
Why would you worry about something that? Like it's kind of like the engine problem with the LT6. You have all these people that are saying, would you buy one? Or the transmission problem with the Stingray. Well, why would you buy a Stingray? It has transmission problems.
Yeah.
No, they've built 200,000 Stingrays and maybe 1,000 have had problems. They've built 25,000 Z06s and maybe 100 had problems. You know what I mean? So same with this. They've built 25,000 Z06s and only 3 or 4 Z06s have had fire problems. Only 2 of them burnt to the ground. 2 of them, the people were able to put the fires out before they burnt to the ground. So it's, it's one of those deals where Chevy should do what they're doing, but they are taking a while to do it. And I actually asked Tony Roma at Carlisle about it. And he said that the following week they were trying to get the parts and information to dealers so that they could fix it ASAP. So I don't know when it's really going to truly happen, but that was his intention at the point that I asked him. That was on the... I think that was the day after it.
As long as it's not a carbon fiber part, they'll be okay. Because they can't seem to make those, so...
You are correct.
Well,
yeah, there you go. Supercar Ranch. People have been driving their cars for 2 years, filling up every week, but now they have that. Now they are afraid to drive their car like something on their car changed. These people are ridiculous. Exactly. I agree. It's
this just goes back to that, the whole cobalt key thing. Ever since then, they've been really freaked out about safety recalls. That's just the nature of it.
And I don't blame them for wanting to recall it and fix it, but you don't have to freak out about it.
Right.
It's not. But besides that, I wanted to discuss the E-Ray because...
Well, before you jump to that, because that guy obviously is getting screwed, but the other way you get screwed, I actually had this happen on my current truck when I traded in my Ram truck. They had some sort of similar issue with these things were catching on fire, and it was a stop sale. If you were to go trade in your Z06 right now, you could do it. They would take your car, but they're going to hammer you on what they pay because, look, we can't sell this car.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what they did in my truck. They're like, oh, there's a recall. I'm like, we all know that's going to get figured out in like a week or 2 or 3. They're like, well, we don't know. Could be months. We're going to have to sit on this truck. I'm like, yeah. And then what do you do, right? You've already moved through the process.
Right.
So, yeah, if you're going to try to trade in a Z06 or even sell it, you might have an issue.
You probably would.
It depends on where you live.
Well, it would depend on who knew.
Yeah.
What they knew, But
we here at Corvette World, we dodged that because we had already sold our last Z06. Right now, I don't have any.
But could you guys be able to sell one?
I'd have to get with the owner on that, how they're going to do it, because remember, we are floor plan through Chevy, so I don't know if I don't know how they're going to treat that. We probably have to recognize the stop sale. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably do.
We haven't had anybody come at us with one lately, so I'm not sure.
Huh.
Yep. So, yeah, let's talk about the E-Ray a little bit. I actually feel like dealers are kind of getting screwed over with this car.
Supercar Ranch.
Classic Chevrolet has like 5 E-Rays sitting on their lot. Most of them are 1LZs. They can't even sell them. There's no one interested in them. Now, does that mean that people aren't still out there building E-Rays and buying them? Of course they are. But when it's a dealer stock car, and I was told that at the end of the 25 cycle, they were kind of forced to take a bunch of E-Rays. That kind of sucks, that they are getting these cars. And when you look at Classic Chevrolet's lot right now, the front lot, there's only a couple of Stingrays out there. Now, they're about to have a lot more. They actually have 11 2026s that just came in. 5 of them are already sold. But I think they have 6 or 7 total that aren't sold. So they are about to have some inventory that they can actually sell. But most of their inventory is sitting out there right now. They can't even sell E-Rays and Z06s. And I just feel like the E-Ray was priced wrong. I feel like it was obviously marketed incorrectly. The used car, the used side of E-Ray, Robert knows all too well. How long does it take you guys to sell E-Rays when you get them in?
We're averaging 1 to 2 months.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, there's an E-Ray sitting at Classic Chevrolet. I actually filmed it. I believe it was December or January. I filmed it in their PDI bay. It was a black E-Ray with blue stripes. It has the 3LT, the black interior with the blue stitching. It had carbon fiber wheels, carbon fiber aero and level 2 carbon fiber interior. It's $160,000 E-Ray. They still have it sitting on their lot. So it's an amazing car. I loved every bit of my E-Ray. There wasn't a single thing about it that I didn't like. But to be quite frank, I got rid of it to stop the bleeding. I was losing value like a sieve in that car. So I needed to get rid of it so I didn't lose even more. And I feel bad for those who own E-Rays that are going to want to sell it anytime soon. Now, if you're a long-term holder on that car, you know, it could be like the NSX. The NSX was a similar situation in 2017. They overpriced it in the beginning. It came back down to MSRP. It started selling at MSRP. And then in the used market, you could get them for $30,000 to $40,000 off what people were paying for them brand new. But now if you look up NSXs, they're going for way more than that. Some of them are going for exactly what people paid for them brand new. So this thing could turn around, but I don't know what GM's plan is with the car. I, for one, think that GM should mark them down. I mean, they should lower the price on them. They've upped the price. That car started at $104,000 and now it's $110,000. How do they expect these dealers to sell what they can't sell now with an even higher price? I don't know. And yes, the Grand Sport is what they should have called the E-Ray.
Yeah,
they should have never called it.
Yeah, anything. I mean, look at the electric Challenger was a train wreck, disaster.
They were paying people to buy that.
Yeah,
car.
now there is a dedicated localized pockets where the Chevrolet's bolts are selling for fairly well, but as far as mass market, no, they're not. It's just. The electric car craze is the cat's out of the bag. It's done. Even Toyota's moving on for it. I don't know if you heard they are experimenting with a water-based engine.
Ford, the Lightning, it's
the
gone
Mach-E,
pretty much.
The Lightning is a wreck.
But
look,
in Chevy's defense and even Dodge, you got to remember the ramp-up period for them to bring a car to market is several years, just like the Challenger. A huge flop, biggest flop in modern times.
Yeah.
And they don't even talk about it because they're so embarrassed, right? Yeah. It just kind of went away. But think about the E-Ray, just bad timing because, you know, a couple years ago, 2020, 21, 22, anything that had EV in it was selling like hotcakes. So they were banking on it was going to be what people wanted. And I think what Chevy thought was they were going to bring a new audience in, the EV buyers. And then from there, bad timing, poor marketing. They should have really tried to, however, market to those people, whoever they thought the new audience was, however they had to do it. But the Corvette guys just didn't want the car.
It's just a huge disappointment for especially a guy like me. I would have kept that car until I got the next car. I truly would have. I would have kept it for as long as I needed to keep it and traded it in for the next thing that I get. But I couldn't. I couldn't afford to do that. It was like I said, I actually got out really, really well for the time that I sold it. If I would have sold it at the 6-month mark, which was January 1st of this year, I probably could have got what I paid for it at that point or very close to. But, you know, I didn't get anywhere near close to what I paid for it. And it's just a shame. If they would have priced it what we all were guessing and betting the price was going to be, which was $85,000, this would not be happening right now.
It was too close to the Z06. They were competing with themselves.
It was too close to the Z06, and it was way more. It shocked everybody. Like the Z06 kind of shocked people because they were expecting that to be 90, 95, you know, somewhere around there. So when it came out at 106, they were like, whoa, you know, it's 10,000 to whatever more than we thought it was going to be. But for the E-Ray to be over or right around 20,000 more than what we all thought it should be is a big deal. And they're reaping the consequences of that now. And everyone is, the consumer, the dealer, and GM. They can't sell it. there's people that don't want it. There's, you know, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but Ron Fellows doesn't even want to buy more E-Rays. They have like 12 or 13 of them. They don't even want to buy more because they're afraid they won't be able to sell them. They sell 100% of their cars. After they're done using it, I think they use them for 2 years.
No, 6,000 miles.
Oh, 6,000 miles? Mm-hmm. Okay. My bad. They use them for 6,000 miles and then they sell them. And they're usually able to do pretty well on, you know, all of their cars. But they're afraid they're not even going to be able to do that with the E-Ray. So they're very limited on how many they're buying. And as you see, I think they've only made like 3,100 E-Rays total since the start of production, which was January of 2024. It's crazy, man. People don't want EVs, but they do. Once they drive the E-Ray, they fall in love with it. And one thing that all the engineers said at Carlisle was that the E-Ray is the best kept secret car that we have. We all love the E-Ray the best out of all the cars. We would all drive it over the other cars because it's like the perfect amount of power. It sounds great. It looks great. There's no, you don't have to worry about it getting out of control. It's a phenomenal car. So it's very disappointing. And I just wanted to bring that up because, like I said, it was very eye-opening when I went to Classic yesterday and they had like 5 or 6 sitting on their lot and they can't sell them. Yeah.
And again, what Chris Kurt said, yeah, no, it's a hybrid. But again, they didn't, the name E-Ray should have been Grand Sport all-wheel drive hybrid. I guarantee you the marketing.
Just all-wheel drive performance. And they could have marketed it by saying, this is the first time that the Grand Sport outperforms the Stingray in performance as far as like the engine specs.
Yeah.
Because always before it was just a wide body with the Stingray horsepower.
Yeah, it was a better handling track package, essentially added to the base level motor setup. Right. Yeah.
Now this thing is the first all-wheel drive Corvette we've ever created. It's the brand new Grand Sport, and it has 160 more horsepower than the Stingray. That would have been insane.
And they should have really focused on the all-wheel drive part. Right. That's really what made it special. Forget about the EV.
Correct.
Because look, all the people you talked to, the all-wheel drive component never came up. It was all about the EV. They didn't even realize, well, okay, but it's got a front electric motor, it makes it all-wheel drive. That's not what they were even talking about. They didn't even realize that, right?
Right.
And that's what made it special.
Right.
And different.
Yep.
The EV factor didn't really care. But again, they were trying to capitalize on 2020 and 2021 marketing that they already decided.
Right.
And just a bad rollout,
yeah,
bad timing. Maybe you can blame constraints a little bit because they just couldn't produce them at first, right? They're impossible to get. So there was demand there, but then people backed off. But had it came out ahead of the Z06, different outcome. I think we all agree. Because people would experience that, like, you know, you had people in there doing those launches. People would have just freaked out because they wouldn't even heard or seen the Z06 yet.
Right.
And they would have thought, well, this is pretty darn awesome. We don't even know when the Z06 is going to come out. Let me get this now. People would have been getting enthusiastic about it. My buddy has one. Now I got to have one. And it just would have been a different segue into the Z06.
Right.
But pricing definitely played a role into that, too, because it was a little bit too high. So people think, well, if I'm going to spend that, I'll just wait for a Z06 or I'm just going to get the Z06 because it's considered, I mean, you said it, you know, king of the hill, right? The, you know, one of the cars that everyone strives to get. So,
absolutely. Yeah. It's the badge. It's the Z06 is definitely one of the best variants that they've ever come out with.
It always has
been,
in
2005, or in the C5, we didn't get a ZR1. We got a Z06. So it was, you know, it's always been a phenomenal performing car. So, yes, it's definitely not going to bode well for a variant to be priced right next to it.
Yeah, I also think with
that
the E-Ray,
you
know, they should have, well, again, all this stuff is done so far in advance with the marketing and how they're going to market the car. The all-wheel drive part, you know, they tried to spin it a little bit. You know, they did that thing in like Times Square on the ice rink.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, to be truthful, Corvette owners, it's usually their second or third car.
They're not going to use it.
They're not going to use it for that. They're not. Most aren't daily driving it, and I know we'll have 50 people on here say they daily drive theirs. That's fine, but most people are not. And when it's raining or snowing, you're not taking your $100,000 car that has about a 5.5-inch lip on the front. It's not.
You're just not going to do it.
It's not. We're not in Germany or Europe. In you know.
No, you're exactly right.
That's not the lifestyle. So you were trying to market something. People are like, well, that's cool, but that's not me.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
nobody cared about the snow.
No, show
videos.
the launches and people get back in their seat, or do like the funny TikTok deals where they put the kid or your wife, pin them against the seat where their butt doesn't hit the show that how this thing just hooks up and goes and has the raw power.
They should have focused on the quarter mile performance of that thing. It's just 10 seconds every day.
Yeah, they should have put some little old lady in it and had her run like Mike. Not that you're a little old lady, but run 10-6, 10-6, 10-6, and be like, she just ran 10-6s. And she just got out of her minivan from the we swooped her up at the grocery store. She's buying cat litter.
Yeah. Yep.
And we got her in this E-Ray, and she just ran 3 10-6-5s back to back to back. Show me another car you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will see a Grand Sport, in my opinion, for sure. I don't know if it'll be 27. Most likely it will be. But I think they made a huge mistake. I think they should have done exactly what he said, brought out the E-Ray before the Z06, called it the Grand Sport, and then they could have called the Grand Sport something completely different. That obviously wouldn't have had E in the name. They could have called it Monterey or something, because they do have Monterey as one of the names.
Is available.
Yeah, it's available. So they could have called it that. People would have loved it still. It would have been unique to the Stingray. But now this is the first time, in my opinion, and you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, I don't think GM has ever failed with a Corvette before like this. This is the first time they've ever truly failed with a Corvette.
Yeah, and it is a tragedy, because it is a great car. I'm going to tell you right now, I'll admit I was sketchy at first because, again, the electric thing. But let me tell you, driving it after I've sold a few of them, they're excellent. They drive great. They turn well. They're fast. I mean, they're without a doubt. And again, sitting at the drag track with you and Jesse, I mean, just how consistent that thing was, and the whole crowd at that race were just like, wow, like how quick that thing got off the line.
Yeah, and Mickey makes a good point that we've been making for quite a few months now. It's unbelievable that Corvette gets the type of bad name that it gets for having hybrid power, because you look at most of the supercars out there nowadays and they're hybrids.
Yeah.
And no one's saying, "Oh, I'm not buying that Lamborghini because it has a hybrid in it."
No, it got caught up in the times. Everything
they should have done like some promotions of putting against the C7 ZR1 next to an E-Ray at the quarter mile, and showed people what you could have.
So real quick, we got to get going because we're way past time. But what a great discussion. Willie is on here, and I know this is the Willie with a beautiful new red mist E-Ray. So Willie, you're watching. I actually filmed your car for my Carlisle video, and it's a long story. Like I said, I wanted you to email me so I could tell you the whole story. But I forgot to put your footage in there, and I felt like crap after I released the video and didn't have your footage in there. I actually used your car as a thumbnail because I loved it so much. I love your car. It's absolutely beautiful. And I apologize that I didn't get your footage in there because it was awesome. He was with me. We walked around your whole car, talked about it, how beautiful it was. And I'm sorry that happened that way. But anyway, email me
Next year you'll put it up.
Next year, yeah, I'll get it in there next year. So, but
not yet, Mark. I'm working on it.
But maybe before you go, the E-Ray, this goes full circle, depending on what they come out with. But when it goes away, or maybe things slow down, maybe a couple of years from now, people then realize for what it is, and then everyone's gonna want it.
Yep.
Well, that's
always
saying.
what happens.
But
right?
but it took 8 years or 7 years for the NSX for that to happen to it. Now it's like very sought out, for people that know what it is, they want that car bad. And I've got a buddy that I've done some videos with that owns one, and he can get way more than he paid. He bought his a year after it came out. It had 1,100 miles on it. It was a $160,000 bill, and he paid like $125 for his.
Now he can probably get 160 for it.
Now he can get like 150 to 160 for it.
Wow.
Yeah. So the E-Ray will probably get there eventually, but I almost think that Chevy's going to cancel it. I kind of have a feeling that they're going to get rid of the E-Ray for now because they have to remarket this thing.
Yeah.
I believe that my predictions from a long time ago are probably still going to come true, that most of the C9s are going to be hybrids, but they're not going to market them the way that they've marketed the E-Ray. So they will be accepted in a different way than the E-Ray was. So
in the meantime, you want one? I still have one, a red on red 3LZ in my Houston location. If you're seeing, get them away. Yeah, we do. You have one.
how much is it?
1099.
It's red on red.
It's red on red 3LZ.
That's a cool combo.
And it probably is 130 something thousand. Probably.
Yeah, it was something like that. 3LZ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
So you're getting a phenomenal deal on it for sure. But guys, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, please do so. We've got a lot more people in here than thumbs up, so please help us out with that.
Here. Yeah, 112,995. And again, 3LZ 2025 at 2,300 miles. Obviously, one owner. Yeah, 3LZ.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that we had you know what? Darren was the good luck charm.
Oh, yeah, I guess
we
so.
had 0 internet problems. We're going to have to give Mark a hard time.
Yeah.
Mark will be back for the next one. One thing I do want to say is I've got a lot of traveling that I'm doing from now until the beginning of October. So I don't think we're going to have an Octane Hour between now and October. So it's going to be a little bit. But I will be in Vegas next week at Ron Fellows. So you guys will be getting Ron Fellows content here very soon.
Nice.
And Joe's going to be there, Joe Lamb. I believe Rick Connie's going to be there.
And you're driving the E-Ray.
I'm driving the E-Ray.
Well, that'd be really cool because you've been on that track many times.
That's right. And C. Garner Speed 252 is going to be there as well. So we're going to be getting you guys some really cool content here soon. But stay tuned. I'll keep you guys up to date on when the next Octane Hour will be. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
Also, Mike, you're at 89.9 thousand subscribers.
Oh,
Come on, just a little bit more. Come on, get him to 90.
Yes.
Got to give him the 100 a year. And thank you for 10K on my channel.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He got 10K already.
Thank you. Seriously, everybody. Thank you very much. And also, I know we had the Passover briefly. Shout out to Mike Antonick and all the Vet Pocket guys. I mean, watch that video. I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, here's a guy. That Black Book's been a part of, let's see, if you're a Corvette guy, the Black Book's been a part of that for over 40 years now. So, I mean, it's just, this is a handoff, and it's nice that he's a part of that. And I think that was a wonderful thing. So, and everybody at Carlisle, seriously, it was great. It was awesome. Had a great time this year. And
we're going to go for like 20 more minutes.
No.
Oh, yeah, and this.
One more thing.
One
more thing.
I'm done. I just had to get a little shot off. I just had to do it. I'm not coughing anymore, so, I had to do it. Well, I still had a throat.
Man. I'm glad you're not coughing anymore. That's
I apologize. I'm getting over the Pennsylvania crud. So.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Smash that red subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet, and we'll see you guys in the next Octane.